Previously on Earth 405. The Avengers staved off annihilation at the hands of the marauding Kree Empire, though not without losses. The mighty Thor departed for Asgard, perhaps never to return. A new heroic powerhouse waits to replace him, though her loyalties may be in question. While the Avengers wonder what interstellar threat will next target their fragile blue orb, they turn their eyes toward earthly troubles. The Ten Rings is in resurgence, and a mysterious new team of enhanced men and women rises to battle them. Will these new developments leave the Avengers thunderstruck?
When last we left, yet another alien invasion had been put aside by the Avengers.
Woo.
The Kree sentry, Negabomb, had been disarmed with the assistance of Plus Commander Marvale of the Kree. Mm-hmm. He flew home to see if he could stop the Empire from looking any closer at Earth, but he did warn you all to be ready for the storm that's coming.
That's right.
One of the major points of fallout from dealing with Sentry 459 is the potential of not one, but two new Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Recruitment drive.
All right.
So, I'm thinking about doing this just very framing scenes. So, who would we like to talk about Captain Marvel joining or Spider-Man joining first?
I feel like the kid.
I feel like Spider-Man first.
The kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's bring the kid in.
I feel like Captain America has been left unexpectedly as the very senior member of the Avengers at this point. Probably the one who's going to have to make up these new membership joining rules on the fly.
Oh.
I mean, up till now, it's been either obvious who would be an Avenger, or there's been some nonsense hand-wavy plot business about being able to lift Mjolnir. So, framing the scene, I feel like, so this is a table conversation. I feel like the big cruxes of the conversation between Captain America and Spider-Man as to whether Spider-Man will be joining are the fact that it may or may not be obvious that he's 15.
Yes. I think that we're all we probably all suspect that he's quite young.
The two big cruxes being, one, his obviousness of being a 15-year-old.
Right.
And two, I believe that he is quite reticent to reveal his secret identity, yes?
Yeah.
Which...
Is it real obvious he's 15, though?
Okay, I was saying after the Civil War trailer, I feel like that young kid voice is totally good. It was so obvious in it, right?
Yeah.
The voice, though.
It
Also,
made
you did keep hitting on Captain America the entire time.
You're acting like a teenager for sure.
most everybody, but they think about it.
I have a question. How much time has passed after our last session, basically?
A mysterious amount of time necessary to do all the things that we're about to talk about.
Okie dokie.
Comic book time.
Week or two.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Longer if we need it, but I mean, you know.
A week or two seems about right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that this conversation wasn't happening while I was still unconscious on the grass next to the ripped apart robot.
Sweaty.
Yeah, between you in the hospital and Carol, coming out of the hospital, like there was that time. Yeah, so it's a week or two, and this all kind of happens. It's not all the same day. Like it's an amorphous amount of time before we start.
That's totally acceptable.
Yeah. So I frame you the scene. Would you bring would you bring these other two Avengers with you? I can do somebody who might make sense, like Tony or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking Coulson actually, or somebody like that. But where
Is Coulson alive? I mean,
do we?
Wait, Coulson is alive, guys.
Right, we don't know about Coulson.
What? Yeah, he's super secret. No,
So
you have. That's
there's
part
no
of the deal.
shield.
You have no sanction
just
right
us.
now.
Maria
You
I
are.
forgot about that. There's Maria Hill.
But
I wouldn't
she's
call her,
working.
though.
Yeah, she's working for Stark, right?
I
Yeah.
just wouldn't.
No. That's
Shots fired, Maria.
She's not an Avenger.
No,
I wouldn't call her either.
Maria's
Right.
cool. I just wouldn't call her to
Maria
recruit
sucks.
a new
I
Avenger.
But anyway,
I do have a character question just so I can know when I'm having this conversation.
yeah.
How long have I been Spider-Man? And what have I been... have I done a lot
Man.
of
Oh, that's a good
Spider-Man stuff?
question.
Because if I haven't, then I have less ground
Okay.
to stand on.
Let's talk about that. So I am imagining, I don't know what they're going to do, so forget those movies, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we're
that
our
are
own
coming.
universe.
I have this suspicion, or I've been feeling like you've been doing the kind of Amazing Spider-Man arc, like from the movie, off on your own, mostly in Queens, so you're getting some newspaper stories and stuff, but all that stuff kind of happened over there. So, you were in Queens or Brooklyn or whatever, like helping out during the Chitauri, but you weren't, involved.
Yeah, I'm thinking I've mostly taken
been a minute.
A bunch of thugs, a bunch of C-listers.
Right.
And maybe 1 or 2 big Spidey villains.
Bank robbery type nonsense, right? I don't know.
Like
a year?
If we can count Amazing Spider-Man 2, roughly, and make it a little bit more comic book.
If we have to.
That's what really drives him to the secret identity, I think, is when Goblin found out who he was.
That's true.
Really in the comics. And
that's true.
Almost killed everyone he loved. And it's like, oh, I can never let anyone know who I am.
Okay.
If I have that, then I have ground to stand on to argue it.
Fair enough.
Well, and I was thinking of who I would call to talk to somebody about recruiting a new Avenger, and I think I would call Natasha.
I think that's think that's right on.
A soldier, and
so
it's
it's
got
worth
a pretty good camaraderie. So,
it's worth saying, like,
which I know is different from our world.
No.
I'm just trying to
we're more
work
or
with
less
something that I can get my mind around.
Other than obvious, like this Spider-Man stuff going on in the background, and an obvious gender switch requiring some background. But I mean, essentially, I'm fine with it being
You're taking 2 of the beautiful women from the Avengers to go talk to this 15-year-old hormonal kid.
But I feel like also,
and I'm okay with that.
That's a good recruiting strategy.
Unless
it's like
He's
you
not
do
gonna
want to be one of us.
gave them a phone number or something, like they're going to have to go find you to have this conversation. I mean, and maybe super spies aren't the people you give your cell phone number to. I don't know.
I think we could find him pretty easily.
But that's what it is. It's probably a rooftop conversation.
Yeah.
Cap and Black Widow having a chat with Spider-Man.
This makes me so happy.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay, I think we established you're more comfortable with kind of talking about how the scene would go rather than actual.
I can try. If
Okay.
If that's what everybody wants me to do.
Consider, I mean, I can swoop in with some Natasha stuff, but I mean, consider her a secondary character to this scene, right? Like, you guys drive the thing. So,
Okay.
So ahead of time, we'll say she is concerned about allowing children into the Avengers.
She was a super spy child. Why does that concern her?
Well,
Anyway,
Fair point.
but maybe it does. I don't know.
If we're looking at Civil War comics, she's the one that would be okay with it.
Yeah, I think.
Stark's the one that would be like, no.
That's why I didn't call Stark.
it's so
One of many
confusing.
reasons. It is, but I.
No.
that's
She's
one of the
also
reasons I picked her.
incredibly highly trained.
She is highly trained.
This
That's
is
fair.
some rando
But
kid.
Yeah, I mean, I think
He
that
acquitted
the
himself
reason
well.
She's going to come along is she's going to ask him about all of his powers and exactly what he can do, and then she's going to all of a sudden try to kick his ass and see what happens.
That's amazing.
Okay,
That's what Black Widow
that's
do,
fine.
right?
So I don't want to roll dice because I didn't bring Black Widow, and B, Spider-Man would win, right? Like, if he might not know how, he might not be prepared to punch her back out.
He might get knocked down a few times.
Yeah.
Not expecting how powerful she is.
So there's a like on a rooftop, Captain America standing out there being very obviously Captain America. Spider-Man comes swinging by, sees that, stops. Hey, Cap, what's up? Right? And she immediately jumps you, right? Like Black Widow from out of nowhere. And it's a little scary, but you're also like physically you're more than a match.
I got spider sense, so it's not like she can just
Right,
kick me in
she
the back
can.
of the
The
head.
sneak attack is not going to
there.
work out, and so probably she winds up a little embarrassed, like stiletto heels webbed to the rooftop. But she's like, "Okay, the kid's got chops, right?
Okay.
Like that's the thing."
All right.
So now, okay, she's prepared. Fine, all right. So figure out the other problem because again, nobody else really has secret identities.
Yeah.
On the Avengers, it's not really an MCU thing at the level you guys are operating at, right? Like, so, right, like he's got a secret identity. That's basically it. The rest of you guys aren't doing it. So she has security concerns and age concerns and training concerns. The training is solid. He survived a full-on assault. She was, by the way, totally trying to hurt you really badly. Like, kill you is probably this much
she's
too
Black
strong.
Widow.
Right. She wants to know you can handle it. So it was serious.
Has Black Widow been like televised in any manner? Will I know that she's an Avenger, or is she like super secret? And
No, I mean she was part of the
part of the New
Chitauri
York
invasion.
thing,
I think she's probably on a cereal box by now.
Yeah.
All right,
so now what?
So those are her concerns. Now she's less concerned about the training because he survived a Black Widow onslaught. Mm-hmm. There's still the question of we don't work with people who we don't know.
Okay.
Because definitely Black Widow has trust issues.
Okay. Yeah.
We are living in a post-Shield is Hydra world.
Yeah,
She
okay.
has trust issues.
All right.
So we're jumping in right after that app finished.
Like, that's the thing. You web her, like, there's a bunch of jumping around. She's literally trying to kill you. You avoid it. And then, like, because you don't want to hit her back, like, web her to the rooftop.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, fine, he's got chops. and then it's kind of the Captain America show.
Okay. All right. So, sorry. Nat wanted to make sure that you could handle yourself. I tried to tell her that you had really shown up when we fought that sentry, when we fought that sentry. And I came to talk to you some more about it.
Oh, is anyone else going to try to kill me?
Not today.
Oh, okay.
If you're an Avenger, every couple of hours, yes.
I'm actually kind of excited that I just got to fight Black Widow. I feel like I'm never going to wash this suit again.
Charming. So, what's your name?
Spider-Man. Amazing.
Spider-Man Amazing. Is there a
Comma.
hyphen there?
Comma, amazing.
There's both a comma and a hyphen.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Also-
comma, amazing.
I also go by Spectacular.
He's very humble.
Well, I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative, but I'll need to know more than just your Twitter handle, Spidey. I sense some hesitation.
There's a reason I wear this mask and go by Spider-Man and not my real name.
Oh, okay. We might be able to work with that.
No, we can't. That's the Black Widow.
I know. That's why I'm turning to
I
ask.
just imagine the Thunder still web. No, we can't.
Yeah. No, she's over there like
laughing.
shocking webs off her feet, like
Yeah.
trying to get it to where she can move again and just interject just like that. No, we can't. And goes right back to what she was
all right.
doing.
That's what you get for bringing Black Widow on.
Yeah. She has security concerns. We discussed this.
All right,
You know?
all right.
I brought Vision.
The least we would have to at least do a background check before we could talk about working together. Is that something you'd be willing to let us do?
I don't know that I could trust whoever you're doing background checks from. Or, I mean, can I trust? I mean, I can trust you. I assume you're Captain America.
You
for
can
God's
trust me.
sakes. But all these secret agents and stuff that you run with, having my identity, I don't know if I feel safe with that. I've seen how those things can fall apart. I don't know who my identity is going to go to. I have family that I need to protect. I can't just be putting my face out there to every animal who wants to kill me, every lizard and octopus that comes out of the sea to destroy me.
Well, he's already smarter than I gave him credit for.
Excellent. Well, I
I can't do a girl voice either. So
Yeah.
it's just Black
Don't
Widow
try
is
to do a
just
Black
very
Widow voice.
sardonic.
That would be weird. Yeah. Well, I can't guarantee you that if you came on board with us that we could keep you or we could keep your people safe. But I can guarantee you that what you tell me stays with me.
I feel like if it's only you, I think we can have a deal.
What do you think, Nat?
Well, we're also going to need a permission slip from your mom. Son.
Cold-blooded. He doesn't have one.
My mom is dead.
You've got a backup mom.
That's the rudest thing anyone's ever said to an orphan child.
That's Aunt May. You were never raised without a maternal influence. That's all I'm saying.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to milk it when Black Widow starts throwing stuff out.
Sorry,
like that.
that's all Josh talk.
Yeah.
I feel like Black Widow might pick up on that though and say, "So you've limited the pool of my background like people this much."
Thank you. Yeah, I don't have a mom. All right, big chunk of people off the list.
I also only have 4 fingers.
Lies.
She has a point, though. Can we get in serious trouble if he's underage? I mean, who's watching the Avengers?
Hey, foreshadowing. That's going
Right,
to come up
that's
this
good.
event.
That's gonna come
no,
up, okay.
this event.
This event. Okay, well, okay, clearly you're young. Tell me you're 18.
I am 18.
He's lying.
Thanks, Nat. All right. Let me do my background check. And let me see what kind of numbers
just
I
following
can
orders
push
from
around.
Captain.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Let me see what kind of numbers I can push around. I'd like to have you as a part of our crew. I think you did some really impressive work. I certainly appreciate that you saved my life. Carol Danvers appreciates what you did for both of us. I'll see what I can do if you're interested in helping keep the world safe.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man's here to sign up.
All right. We'll see what we can do, kid. My people will call your people.
All right.
No, just me. I'm the only one who can know. Sorry.
So yeah,
I'll
like
call.
probably an invitation at a certain time, like at the compound.
Oh, yeah. Do we
That's-
still have that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Stark Tower, isn't it?
No,
Is
you've
it?
got that
Oh.
bunker.
Oh yeah, we have the Avengers bunker.
Apparently,
It's at the end of Age of Ultron.
Yes. the
Thor
big-
screwed up our
the
lawn
big
again.
thing.
I don't really
Yeah.
know where it's supposed to be, but it's
Undisclosed.
there's no buildings to
Good
swing
thing
on
that
out
Tony
there,
Stark
so
is
you're like
funding us.
seriously taking the
Yeah.
bus.
Okay,
Where's the
yeah.
spider
So you can
circle?
meet us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
so
then
it's
but
the
then so
bunker.
like I'm imagining there closed door meeting. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, just you and me.
takes the mask off, says this is my name, kind of a situation. To just Captain America.
Great. Yeah. and
Trusting
then I'll
that there's
use
no
all my
cameras in this
cool
room.
Yeah.
Fitzsimmons technology. I bet I can't do that.
Nope.
But I'll figure out some way to run a background check.
Well, you're not going to. You can just run the background check on Peter Parker
That's
and
true,
and
not
leave
tell
off the
anybody.
note that says because
Also,
he's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
You know,
that's fair. I can do that.
the reason I'm asking is because he's Spider-Man. Make
don't tell anyone.
Make sure you put
Fair
that
enough.
in the file.
Okay, gotcha.
This would be much
Now,
more.
if you turn around and ask Black Widow, she might connect those dots. She's pretty clever.
You're not. Can you listen? Don't ask questions, but here, as a 15-year-old boy, this is Spider-Man, isn't it?
Oh, what do you know?
This would all be easier if we were just playing DC, because then Batman would just be like, I already know who he is.
Yeah, yes. Because DC is summer blockbusters notwithstanding, because DC is a universe based on trust.
We don't want to play that universe. That's boring.
Well, it doesn't
I'm
lead to
with
civil
Sarah on that
wars. It does fail to lead to civil
Hey,
wars.
if we're going to go with comics again, DC Comics are comics in the Marvel Universe that they reference as being fictional stories.
What?
And that would mean
What?
I've read the stories of Batman having everybody's secret identity on file and losing them all.
man.
And I would know that that's a bad
Oh, Mac.
If you guys read Multiversity, which was awesome, it got 10 times deeper than that. Like super meta. Yeah.
Okay.
So you check them out and you find out, all the stuff you would know from the Amazing movies, right? Like
Right.
scientist parents, disappeared in mysterious circumstances, the dead
Pretty dang
girlfriend.
smart
Dead
for a kid.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
well
Oh,
above
yeah.
average,
Has that already happened?
Yeah, dead
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Dead
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah.
Suck.
I guess.
I mean,
We're
it's
gonna
probably
keep
not
Gwen.
written anywhere that. I
Hey,
mean, she
ease up,
died in
Matt.
combat. He
Right?
probably
Yeah.
did not write down. By the way, her neck snapped when I grabbed her with my spider web. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Still,
Amazing
though,
Spider-Man
tough.
2, damn your eyes.
Okay.
But he checks out, like, good kid.
Great.
And that there have been some sort of shady things around Spider-Man, right? But
Yeah, okay.
also masked vigilante with weird bug powers.
Yeah.
You've seen him in action. You might be prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. You do find out he's totally a minor
Okay.
living with his Aunt May in Queens.
All right. Well, and I presume that we also give him like assessments and tests and things that make sure he's not like a serial killer.
Hey, while that's going on,
What's your Myers-Briggs type, Spidey?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I feel like also part of that conversation that I missed because it went a little fast would be that I would tell her I do what I do because with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh,
I
that's
feel like
gonna come
Cap
up.
would be like, ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
she
Yeah.
would. No, yeah.
Okay.
The daughter of Peggy Carter would
You're
absolutely.
like, hey,
understand
that's
that.
right under I don't like bullies.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yep, it's good.
Kind of while that's happening, yeah, though, we can have some training montage. It looks like the kid's gonna be joining. So
I feel like Captain America might actually go visit Aunt May, and you might come home to them sitting over the table drinking
super
tea.
awesome.
And she would actually be sitting there getting permission from Aunt May about something he's never told her about.
I like that
specifically.
lots, and she probably does. If you're cool with that,
The Captain America, after doing a background check and realizing that Spidey lives with his Aunt May and that he is underage,
Yes.
she may just show up at Aunt May's house and get to know her and
Oh.
start bringing up, like, she might try to ask for her permission to get him on the team initially. And once she realizes that she doesn't know what he's doing, she can decide whether she she outs him or whether she's quiet about it.
This is for a special science class. Your boy is very
Right.
gifted.
She
I'm
would
sorry,
know
if
you.
Captain America walks into your home, you know exactly what. I mean, like, she's Captain America.
You don't know
isn't,
why,
like,
you know who she
right,
is.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't think that I don't think it would fly if Cap was like, yeah, it's for a school project.
Well, no, she could be like, it's for the Avengers. Your boy's very smart. We want him on our science team.
Right.
On our R&D division.
There are plenty of reasons.
Fits. Yeah.
So you're cool with this, right? She goes to do that while you guys are training because she knows you'll be busy for a little while, right?
good
Okay.
call.
So we can come back
That's
and
fun.
tell me what you guys have been
So
working on.
while we fought that big sentinel, it was kind of fun to throw you at it.
Yeah.
So we can think. I think it'd be fun to come up with some other little creative things, like if you could sling me up a nice, massive slingshot, and then I just super speed back and forth, throwing things with those webs specifically towards the enemy.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of fun, like machine gun fire.
I think we've also been working on my spider sense and how fast you can move to see if you can get a snake punch on me from behind.
Yeah. So we just spin around
Testing
each
back
other in
and forth.
circles. All right.
I like that. Yeah, I can imagine Wanda like standing at the window, watching them basically just move around each other in a blur, like in circles, going, "What the hell is this even?"
Yeah,
Right.
just arms crossed, just like, boys.
That's playing. That's playing, not training. I don't understand what's happening
I'm
right
trying
now.
to hit you with my webs, and you're just trying to like sneak up to me with your speed, and I just keep missing, and I keep missing it.
Because comic book wise, he's not Quicksilver fast, but I mean, a lot of times people who are otherwise, I mean, Spidey has outmaneuvered Captain America. He is incredibly quick, and
well, he's got the
reflexes
spider
are
sense too,
super
so
high, and you
he knows when
can't
the
sneak
punch is
up
about
on
to
him
land.
and all that stuff. So yeah, I can imagine
Right.
a lot of like, oh, barely got me. Oh, you almost got me. You know. And this going, that's not what the hell is even happening right now.
I could see it starting off with a like playful little like, oh, you don't want to tell me your name, and then I like go to grab your mask off your head, and you just get out of the way.
Whoa,
like,
sir.
Whoa, that was impressive. Do that again. And like I just go back and forth, and
Be
like,
that fast again.
then so we just
oh, you guys
spin
are
around each other in
becoming best
circles.
friends.
Bros. Mask bros.
Cool.
So, and slingshot things, and
Slingshot
also
things,
seeing
I
how
like
far
that.
you can throw him.
Oh yeah.
Like
absolutely.
spin, awesome. Just let go of the web when you're ready. Love it. Love it. Okay. So while that's happening, you go out to Queens. You're having tea. It starts. What do you want to lead with? Like Avengers Science Camp?
No.
Or something?
First I want to be carefully asking, finding out if she knows.
Right.
So I guess I want. Ooh, so I've got to lead with something though, because I am just there. So yeah, I'll just tell her that we have interest in Peter, and could she tell me a little bit about him? And if she starts talking about how great his grades are, then I know that maybe she's not aware that he's also swinging from building to building and trapping bad guys.
That is mostly what she talks about. Like, that she's very proud. She could not be prouder of him. How he, stepped up after his Uncle Ben passed away. All of this stuff. She does not cop to the fact that she knows he swings around in his long undies.
Okay.
Okay. But she is incredibly proud of him and does mostly talk about grades, good kid kind of
Okay,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Does she bring out the baby book?
maybe. But you definitely detect like notes of something more behind that, but
Okay.
she is not forthcoming.
You know and I know that Peter is a very special young man.
I could not agree more.
I was hoping you'd give me some more there, May. All right.
Remember, she knows about the dead girlfriend too, and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
I mean, I am playing it like she knows because I figure she's known since
Okay.
at least the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Coming home beat up with a gunshot
Yeah.
wound and the eggs tore my heart out. Okay, so
let me ask her, what do you see Peter doing with his special gifts that's worthy of him?
I believe 100% that given the opportunity, that boy could save the world.
I think we're in agreement, Miss May.
Can you just sign this permission slip?
Well, and I think I'll wait on that because I want to allow Peter to have that conversation with May. So I'm just going to say my thank yous and shake her hand and...
Do you want to catch them in the middle of this, or do you want to
Oh,
come
that
home
sounds
to
great.
a
Yeah. Come home and
Yeah.
I'll be here.
So
That's
like,
cool. That's a good scene.
Aunt May. Oh. What fresh hell is this? That's what you come home to.
Okay.
You come home to these two women having tea, your Aunt May and Captain America.
Okay, so I open the door. Aunt May, I got you the eggs I want. And then I drop them and they break all over the floor. Captain America, I've never met you before.
It's a wonder he's maintained a secret identity this long. What a surprise, Captain America.
What are you doing in my house?
Well, I've been talking to your aunt about how much how much our program could use a person of your abilities.
Oh, yes.
I would like to maybe give the two of you some time to talk that out.
Yeah, Aunt May, hold on just a second. I gotta talk to Captain. Can we go in the other room?
Absolutely.
Okay. What did you tell my aunt?
I didn't tell her anything. I let her know that we were interested, that we had seen you as being someone who was remarkable. I think she has an idea that we have an idea. We haven't actually said anything in black and white, but I think now is the time because I think that she knows. And I straight up asked her, what she saw you doing. And she said she believed you could save the world. I believe that too. And if you want to do it, now's the time to man up and tell Aunt May what it is you want to do here.
Well, I can't deny that. Captain America just told me to man up. I'm going in the other room and telling Aunt May right now.
All right.
Okay, I kind of dig like a sort of tearful, I'm so glad that you told me fade to black while Captain America like just quietly leaves the
Exits.
thing, right? Okay, so we'll figure so 10 XP, no problem. Like you joined the team, you are now officially an Avenger, but yeah, only one person on the Avengers right now knows your identity, but that's one more than knew before, and your aunt is still an old lady who lives all off on her own, far away from the compound, that kind of thing. And we'll figure out like how school works and all. I mean, like you've kind of given up a lot of normal
He is
kid
Peter
stuff.
Parker at 15.
Yeah.
He's probably ready to graduate and go to
Right,
college.
absolutely. Anyway, all right.
Now what?
Shoot.
Okay, that's what I was going to need some refresher on where we were with Carol Danvers. Because the last we saw her,
She was floating on the
personally-
ceiling.
We saw that?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
we were just
Yeah.
told about it? We didn't
No,
see
she
it.
woke up while you guys were there.
That's right.
Because they were kind of sharing a room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
I got
get-
Now
blasted.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I'd
get a
forgotten about
visit at the bunker
that. Okay.
from somebody who makes sense as a sort of government liaison. Who's left?
Melinda May.
No, they're all super secret, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Maria Hill?
Maria Hill probably.
But she's Stark, or did she's
Well,
not-
she is working for Stark.
Okay,
now.
fair enough. Maria Hill
Okay.
and a full bird colonel that we can name as we go.
Talbot. I know.
Talbot, sure. Full bird Colonel Talbot of the
Sure.
United States Air Force and Maria sorry. That's actually Tony's mom, so I'm easily confused.
Maria Hill.
Maria Hill. And they come out with Captain Carol Danvers, a.k.a. Captain Marvel, in tow, in suit, ready to go.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no, and Maria comes to tell you, so you've got a new member.
I salute,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I guess I slew too.
This-
I was actually in the army, huh?
We
wasn't I?
believe
Forget.
you've met.
Okay.
This is Carol Danvers. You've met, codename
Yes.
Captain Marvel. She's an Avenger now.
After you went through all of that to set up a protocol to do a background check on Peter Parker, how do you feel about them just telling you this?
I'm torn.
Well,
This
first
is-
of all, she
yeah.
passed the background check.
Right.
Right.
She's done a lot.
Yeah.
I've been vetted.
Yeah.
Been vetted.
I'm a little
vetted.
torn because on one hand I do feel like my toes have been stepped on just a little bit. On the other hand, I'm a very good soldier, and I do love me some Carol Danvers. So,
So I'm imagining Maria's a little uncomfortable. The colonel is very insistent.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not necessarily belligerent about it, but
Right.
he's like, yeah, she's on the squad.
Okay.
Right? And I mean, Carol be excited and happy to be
Carol's
there, right?
excited. Carol, she can't help but beam.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
She's like,
Alright.
she's sitting there and she's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, buddy. Remember whenever we blasted
Also,
off at light
you've-
speed?
You've spent the last couple of weeks getting comfortable with your powers, and you're
Yeah.
really excited to have them.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
I can
Cap,
throw a tank.
I know.
You know.
Listen, I know you might be nervous. I'm very good. I'm already
Okay.
very good.
Let's see it.
Okay, sure. And
Can we go to the bunker?
yeah, let's do
see
it.
what Captain Marvel can do. I'd like to let my team see her in action and get to know her. I mean,
Do you want this to
just
be an
added
actual-
a new person, and I feel like maybe
And Maria
we
goes,
need to
"Really?"
have like a potluck supper or something, and everybody get to know each other.
Wow.
Well, and before we even get to the
That is
before we even
spectacularly 1955.
That is.
So it's like burrito bar.
yeah.
Spidey's like mask halfway up so he can eat his burrito. Hi, I'm Spider-Man.
Dry chicken. Why is there
say-
always
Down
dry
as
chicken
well.
at these things?
He's hanging from the ceiling.
Of course.
I say, these burritos are not the best. I'll be right back. I'm going to super speed to Mexico really quickly.
Oh my gosh!
And
Bring back some stuff.
burritos.
Oh, can you get me some tacos asada?
Sure.
Thanks.
I take one of those burritos. Everyone needs a Quicksilver. This is amazing. The amazing Quicksilver.
Very free with those adjectives. So do you want an actual sort of dice rolly combat scene where you see, not necessarily to the death, but where you actually take Captain Marvel out and put her through the paces?
Well, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this because whenever you're like, all right, we'll take you over, we'll take you to HQ and we'll see what you have to show us. And I'm like, great, I'll fly, you buy. And on the way, I'm the one who's piloting it on the way, right?
Oh, sure. I was
I'm the one
actually
who
imagining that
What do
they
you pilot?
like Maria and the Colonel and you came out to the bunker.
Oh, okay,
Like,
right,
right,
the bunker.
Okay,
You know, kind
great.
of
So, yeah, so let's just
a
walk
little
down
bit
the hall.
unannounced.
That's easier.
You know,
Great.
well,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was.
Okay.
They just bring you out to inform the team. Yeah. So you're there. But
All right.
Yeah, but obviously you flew
Okay.
the thing. You're fully instrument
Right.
rated.
And in that case, I look at her and I go, I'm going to need a jet.
We have one of those.
Hey, that's great. And so I grab the jet, and so I'm gonna take her up. I'm gonna start flying around. I'm going to open the hatch, and I'm going to surf on the jet. I'm going to surf on the jet, and
You might
like,
want to
go
take these
through
controls, Cap.
Yeah, like go. Nope. No one else needs to take the controls. Just by the power of my thighs, I am controlling where this thing goes.
Power of my thought.
What?
That's not how surfing works.
Isn't it how
That's what I was
surfing
thinking.
works?
What?
How-
Okay.
How else are you supposed to?
I guess. Okay.
on the-
All right. I see
Okay.
what you're saying. I see what
So
you're saying.
I do a loop de loop.
Okay.
Okay. So she flies and she's
Barrel
very strong.
roll.
She does that. It's yeah.
All right.
I even do some tricks, some Blue Angels kind of stuff. I know that's Navy.
No,
but
while
I want to.
yawning.
Yeah.
Because that's easy
I'm-
peasy for.
Yep, I'm doing flips around the jet itself as I'm surfing it. I'm doing energy blasts. They're spiraling around it. They're going, yeah. It creates like a spiral around the jet, and then it
Okay.
explodes in red, white, and blue fireworks.
I got no
land-
problem-
and
I got
I
no
land-
problem with any of that.
Yeah, and I land the jet, and I get out, and I go, God bless America.
Well, I like her.
I think that I just lean over to Pietro and in Eastern European whisper, show off.
You're one to talk. Sis. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like
No,
there's
I
a
love
lot
that.
of pots and
That's
kettles
awesome.
right there.
No, that's awesome. There's an empty bed in my bunk.
Do you say that directly to my face?
Yeah, probably.
Can I slap him?
Go ahead.
I feel like it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slap you.
I'm gonna try to. I'll
gonna
use my
jump
godlike
back.
reflexes
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get out of the way.
So
So that's a no.
I'm
Oh, okay.
and kind of had that one coming, Pietro. Like, I mean, misses because there's no way. But
Right.
you know, I can imagine Kat being like, "Listen, a little bit of finger wag
A little
to
bit,
the."
yeah.
To
that's
the
right.
Absolutely.
No,
Shut
for
down that
sure.
misogyny,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, you calm yourself down over there, kid.
All right.
Roll for high five.
So now,
I need to. God, I botch that every time.
now you have a new team of Avengers.
All right, we're a new team. There's no
right.
Thor and there's no Tony, and it's weird, but okay. Cool.
Is it that weird?
It's a little weird for me.
I don't know. That's pretty accurate to the end of Age of Ultron, anyway. Like, no Thor, no Tony. Bunch of also Rands.
Okay.
No offense.
Yeah, I guess so.
What's up?
All
Also
right,
Rands
well, anyway.
represent. Okay, very good. So I'm good. Like I feel that bridges the time.
Yep.
Everybody is more or less on the team. There's probably some hijinks and whatnot as you know.
So anytime Spider-Man is around, he's got his mask on.
yeah.
Like every time.
Every
There's
time.
Never...
I'm gonna go down.
I'm assuming, unless Vinton says otherwise.
Oh, no, yes, he's
and
wearing
like
his
jeans
mask.
and a hoodie.
Is he in the full outfit? Or is it at least just always...
If the Avengers haven't made the outfit, I feel like he's
think
still
you
wearing
get a
it.
new outfit.
Okay.
Like an
yeah.
actual, suit. We'll toy around with other more complicated Stark Tech uniforms as time goes on, if you like.
Yay.
So we are about to have a minor terrorist attack. Like I'm telegraphing the first action scene. There's going to be just a minor, terrorist attack. It's the 10 Rings. That will be obvious because they're yelling it like it's their, viral videos.
That's their name.
Okay.
This was the terrorist organization that kidnapped Tony Stark in Iron Man.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That AIM
All right,
used
yes.
as a cover
Yes.
in Iron Man 3.
Okay.
So during this time, nothing that you guys found actionable, okay? But you're seeing a little more 10 Rings activity. Just things blow up and they take responsibility for it, that kind of thing. So that's happening over these couple of weeks. The other thing is you start to get reports. Some of them are domestic, some of them are international, but you start to get reports of another costumed super people, right? They aren't giving interviews, they're not hanging around to chat, but that's happening. That is happening. And it starts out a little bit of a, disaster relief, maybe like a big earthquake. So like this guy grows huge, like building big.
Okay.
And so, serious, we'll do earthquake. I like that as a first thing. So he's like holding up the building until people can get out, You've got, this was the best one I could find. You've got this guy, like, leading people out, giving orders, doing that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. You have this sort of armored flying gentleman, doing, for ease, we'll just say like Iron Man-esque, kind of things, blowing up buildings in the right place. Yeah, he actually has wings. He's kind of like a jet fighter.
Cool.
Man-sized jet fighter kind of thing. Mm-hmm. This woman who is doing something mysterious with noise, with sound.
Okay.
And then this woman who is doing lots of like superhuman strength, kind of, hold things up, break things, lasers from hands, that kind of thing. But also pacifying the crowd. Like you see a crowd of panicked people trying to get away from stuff, they're freaking out, and her lights strobe a certain way. You can't. These are like helicopter news reports, from on the scene disaster stuff. So you can't really see what she's saying, but you can see that she's talking to them and lights flashing, and they all just kind of like chill out and do as they're told. So,
It's a little disconcerting. All right.
No, it's awesome.
No, I mean, it's neat.
It is.
But
Yeah, you're right.
So, but that's it. Like nobody, you have some connection. You have some connections. The government. Nobody's like, I don't know. They just showed up. They just showed up. But so far, all they've done, is help in that kind of, capacity, right? Crashing plane, they save it. Whatever that kind of. It's only been a couple of weeks, so there aren't a dozen of those things, but there are 2 or 3 of those that you get to see on the news. So, very first thing, possibly your first official outing as a new team of Avengers. There's a massive, this is the first 10 Rings crop up that you would consider actionable. Like it's not after the fact and they're claiming, that they did it or whatever. There is a massive hostage situation at the Tower of London. Like they have taken hundreds of tourists hostage. They have 3 bombs, arranged to do the most damage, and they have gathered those people around, around those bombs. So they have, and they're like doing, this is our strike against the decadent West. Like, all of that rhetoric is going on via the internet. There's probably at least a couple of people who thought that they were just, or reporters who thought they were just covering, the crown jewels got trotted out today, and now all of a sudden they're action reporters. So there's a lot of that going on, and you definitely know that it's 10 Rings, or at least they want you to know that they're 10 rings. They're just basic, like, black sort of commando outfits, but they're all sporting, you know, the 10 ring patch.
Okay.
You know, very prominently.
Okay.
Like, you know, the Mandarin were those Mandarin videos were pretty much all over the place, if I remember right. So I mean, you know, the world has seen the 10 ring symbol, and they're sporting it. They're sporting it. So that's what's up. You guys
They're not
tell
trying
me
to be antagonistic at all, are they?
how you deal with that. And this is there is sort of an like official call to the bunker from the like English consulate. You know, we were completely unprepared. Our intelligence agencies had no clue that this was going to happen. That is a lot of potential casualties from a lot of different countries, because I looked it up. The Tower of London is like the #1 tourist spot in England.
gosh.
So anybody
It's also historically ironic. That's where England has kept their hostages in the past. They are sending a message, Cap.
the 10 rings are nothing if not ironic. I don't know about that at all. So so you do get that call. Like, we weren't prepared. We don't really have anybody. This is scary, and there's Americans there. There are people from wherever. No, they're not quite that dismissive, but I mean, it's sort of a definitely an England problem, but it's a problem for like dead nationals from many places. We would happily request the assistance of the Avengers.
Avengers, assemble.
Yeah!
That was really good.
I had
do
minor
this.
complaints that you hadn't had the opportunity yet from friends that I'm making listen to the thing. So
I feel like Spider-Man's off in the corner still like eating
What?
something, and you say Avengers symbol, and he just doesn't even listen, and all of a sudden he's like, that means me now.
So that's what you've got.
Well, it sounds like we need our fastest jet pilot alive to go ahead and jump us into the Quinjet and get us to the Tower of London.
Definitely.
Sure wish we had one of those. Oh, that's me.
Oh wait, that's
Okay, yeah, and that one's me. All right, yeah, let's do this.
New kids.
yeah, that's totally like solidarity. 15-year-old guy over there.
Yeah, fist
with
bump.
you.
Fist bump with Spidey.
Oh, that's right. That's us. Okay, so it's the Tower of London. You guys probably know everything you need to know about the Tower of London for the purposes of a Marvel fist fight there, right? Like it's pretty. The whole complex is, fairly large. Like there are hundreds of tourists that they have crammed into 3 specific spots. You don't know exactly where that is, until you start doing superhero-y type stuff. But that's what's up.
Okay.
Bunch of terrorists, bunch of hostages. I don't care who goes first. I don't care how you set it up. I don't care. Like, none of all that. I need 2d6 because that is your doom pool. This is just a standard, normal, easy level of doom for the Avengers. Oh, hostages. Oh,
Must
10
be
rings.
Tuesday.
Terrorist organization. Okay. So,
Okay.
easy, nice, easy. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to handle it?
The way that I envision it is we're all in the jet, and I take the co-pilot takes the reins, and then we all just start jumping out of the jet, like doing a tactical insertion, like right above, like going straight in from the top into
Like
these
Navy SEALs.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
Like
dropping
paratroopers?
the Paratroopers.
And all-
at night.
Does
yeah.
it troopers?
Except without the parachutes for most of us.
Right. Well, that's
And
fine. I can fly.
You fly,
so
you don't need it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. Carol, like the way that I want to play Carol is she's got something to prove. She's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder because she did get taken out in this last one. The first words that came out of her mouth whenever she came into consciousness was, "Is the ship okay?"
And the answer is no.
And the answer is no. And the answer is no. And so if it is okay, I think Carol would like to go first.
That is a lot of stuff, by the way. Like, we can sort of deal with it, but to keep in mind, when you went to sleep, there was a killer robot, and Lawson was not an alien.
Yep.
You missed all that other stuff, and, came back to that. So,
I read some dossiers, right?
you watched
the press
news
conferences?
footage.
News footage, yeah.
So, yeah. I mean,
You
you got a thing to prove.
right, and I'm like, I'll be darned if I miss this one. So Is that okay?
Arguing out.
with
It's okay
everyone
with
if
me.
I
Go for
I
it.
mean, higher reflexes is usually the thing, but that's only if you
works.
can't decide. And this is good story. And I could imagine getting away with it too, being like, okay, let's go, and just letting go.
right? Yeah.
Everybody's like, crap.
I mean, it's really one of those things to where it's like you guys, like especially our speedy guys, are sitting there and they're like at the back, and I'm like, what in the world is that?
Well, yeah, Quicksilver does not have the advantage when we're in an airplane. I have to get to the ground before I have that fast.
Got to get some
response.
traction. I understand. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I could even imagine you convincing them to drop you off.
Yeah.
You know, not you don't want to run across
Yeah.
the ocean. That's exhausting. But
Yep.
down the street a little bit. And then Carol just like takes away high, opens the back doors, and flies out to do whatever horrible thing she's planning to do.
Well, the horrible thing that Carol is planning to do is she's coming straight in from the top, and so what I'm imagining is like a ring. You said it was like a ring of explosives and a ring.
There were three
it's
explosives.
all
There were
yeah,
three
it's all
explosives.
here actually. Oh, but wait, we can have more visual aids.
Hooray!
Super duper useful in an auditory format.
Look up the Tower of London on Wikipedia, guys.
You
'Cause
did it.
That's
Those are
what
the show
I'm
notes.
doing. Like a big enclosed
Yep.
stone, and they have they gathered. A few people got away like that, who were just out in the courtyard. But for the most part, most people are inside looking at the crown jewels, looking at all the
Yep.
And so, no, they're in the building. The
Yeah.
the bombs are in the building in different spots, and it's, like that. So you're going to have to break things. I know
Okay.
You'll be really sad.
But there are terrorists outside on top of the building, and are they all in?
Sure. Yes. We'll have some on top,
Okay.
on lookout, as
Yep.
it were.
Yep. Those are the ones that I'm slamming into.
Very good.
I'm going to slam directly into them, and in a flurry of blows and energy blasts, I'm going to shoot as many terrorists as I possibly can.
Okay.
From off of the roof, if there's any in the courtyard, if I see quite possibly, like if there's one that looks stronger than all of the others.
No.
If he looks bigger than the others, I'm
essentially
going after that guy.
featureless. Like,
Okay.
they are black
They're
commando
putties.
uniform.
They're
yeah.
Power Ranger putties. All right. Gotcha. I'll just hit. I hit each and every single one of them directly square in the center of the chest.
They are, for mechanical purposes, there's a mob of them
Uh-huh.
up there. Do you have area effect? Are you able to hit many people?
I can multi-power.
Not
Okay.
same.
Build your pool and roll it, and we'll see if you roll well enough to
Okay.
make that happen. So, diving down, and you're talking just a flurry of blows and laser blasts.
Yep. All right. Let's see.
Any ones?
Nope, no ones.
Jerks.
Yep.
Off
We
to
continue
the
trend.
races.
All right, I've got a 10.
Okay.
That's the best I've got.
So,
And I do have a D8.
okay, if you want to hit more than one die, you can. You pay me one of those plot points, and you keep one of those D6s.
And it's now 16.
Oh, very nice. 16 and a D8.
Yep, 16
Awesome.
and a D8.
Where's the bag of D8s? Okay, so they are on lookout. Okay, they know what Quinjets are. Like they're highly trained terrorists. They figured that Avenger problems would happen if they got high enough profile. So they're probably excited. Actually, hey, all right. I mean, before the lasers start hitting them,
They're going to be so disappointed when it's me and not Captain.
It's a
Who's this
captain.
new kid?
So they are on lookout. So they will be, sort of trying to return some fire.
Cool. Bring it.
I'm going to they are not just like machine guns or whatever. That's the first thing that you notice is that like high energy plasma is flying past you. These are high tech weapons. Much higher tech than reading the file Tony made. The debrief. Certainly better than anything he saw Ten Rings having access to. Whoa. Well, that's pretty good. What am I rolling against?
16.
A 16. Well, there's a 15, and I think that's the best I can do.
Well, that's a relief.
You absolutely take them by, not entirely by surprise, but I mean how fast you are that you're punching one guy and lasering over there. What ultimately saves them is especially when you hit them with the laser or when you punch them, you see there's these bright flashes of light. Each one of them is wearing a personal force field, like that it was not visible until
That's just playing dirty.
something came in contact with it, which again, much higher tech than you had been led to believe than your last brush with the 10 rings have
Sure.
access to. So you do kind of so like you're not enough to take any of the dice out, but you do kind of rock their world, right? Like you've got some stress on them. So you see like the guys that you punch go flying and skidding, but they like run up against one of the parapets, get up, kind of shaking their head, but they're okay. Every time there was one of those, you hit them, bright flash of light. They skid along the thing and it's kind of like lit up as they are sliding, and they hit the parapet and then they stand up and you can't see the force field again. But that's what's up.
Okay.
So
I radio that into Cap.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, we're not in
hostiles.
Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
And-
Hostiles have more interesting things.
Yep.
So
they've got some new toys. The 10 rings have some new toys.
So, who would you like to go next? And there are 3 mobs of 10 Rings Commandos.
3 mobs of 10 rings commandos. Well, we've also got hostages, and so I'm thinking we
Yes.
might kick it over to Wanda for our hostages.
Well, I'm not going to be handling the hostages, but I do have a plan.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
All right, then you've got it.
Okay. Here's what I want to do. I jump out of the plane. I'm flying over the Tower of London. What I want to do is be able to use mind control and telekinesis. I actually want to use Your Darkest Fears, the special effect that I have, which I want to scare all of these guys. I want them to be terrified that we are coming in. I also want to use telekinesis to like shove them back so that just them like me coming in and suddenly they're all afraid and are being pushed back without being touched.
Very good. Just adds to the terror,
Just
right?
adding to the terror, and that's what I want to do, and just like a quick zoom through and hit them all.
So you do have to be relatively close, right? So this is going to be the same ones, the roof lookouts.
Yes,
I'm going to say
yeah.
You don't really know where, they're in the building,
Right, but I'm
it's a
more,
big
yes,
building.
Yeah.
Okay,
So these guys on top is what I want to do.
Ooh.
Any ones?
No ones.
You're just gonna have to get used to that, Josh.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
I don't want
much,
to talk about it.
It's much less integral to my plans this time.
I have a 12. My effect die is a D8, but I get to step that up because of Your Darkest Fears, so
Yes.
my effect die is a D10.
Okay. Very good. Did you want to spend your plot point on any of the other dice to make the number I'm rolling against much higher? Or
Yes.
somewhat higher?
Nope,
I don't
do.
know.
Yeah, and I'm going to add this other 6, so it's an 18.
Very nice. Okay. The force fields don't protect their brains. So
That was my hope.
yeah, it's just, and you don't have area effect
I do not.
either. Okay. 18? Is that the number?
18.
Okay. That's a 15. 18. So you, with a D10? Okay. You do have like several of them basically curl up into fetal balls crying. Like whatever they're seeing, you've terrified them utterly.
Wonderful.
Okay?
That's what I wanted.
And some of the ones that you like pushed away with telekinesis like run into the wall, and you see some of that same light effect when
Right.
they're being, because that pressure is, so it stays right, because that pressure is staying on them. But they're still like they're starting to fight away from it. So where did I just? Oh, there it is. So that is one of the D8s. Like you have reduced that mob.
Wonderful.
The ones who are crying.
Excellent.
They're done.
Good. Great.
Whatever horror show they're seeing, it's over. Okay.
Okay, I think then I would actually like to kick it over to Spidey because I feel like he can take these guys out without actually needing to like punch them or whatever, and we can avoid any more of their force field being able to stop us.
Okay.
Yeah. So my plan is to swing down and web towards their eyes, knowing they have a force field, but at least to block their vision so they can't see or do anything.
Okay. Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
gonna try to-
Or tell me how they're.
Yeah,
you have one
grab-
that.
Oh,
yeah.
did they?
Complication.
It says fear-related complication. Did I add a complication, or did I just take those guys out?
So you can complicate them out of the scene.
Okay, so that's what
So
happened.
see your greatest fear is basically the complication, but it
okay.
was big enough to take them out. So that's why they're all laying there in wet
fetal
pants,
position and okay,
crying.
Yep, got
you
it,
know.
got it.
Yeah.
And am I
Sorry.
still adding a D6 for?
Yes.
I'm gonna borrow this real quick.
So
Okay.
what do you like?
So I'm swinging down there like an acrobat, just doing flips and shooting as I flip around. All the bad guys flipping into their eyes.
Are you, like,
shooting
jumping
their-
off of their
jumping off
force
walls
fields?
and stuff.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah,
doing some, like kick flips off of them and then just flipping around, shooting webs everywhere.
Awesome. I like it. Tell me what you got
All
for
right.
blinding
so
these
I fly
fools.
in and I go peekaboo. So it looks like I got 14, and then my die is 12, D12.
14 and a 12. Good lord. Oh, because it steps up, right?
Yeah, I stepped it up to a D12.
Okay. Ugh. 3 1s and a 2.
Wow.
So, yeah. Why can't you guys do that to me like one time?
I did
Sarah
last
did.
time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Remember?
Okay, you did it once. Now shut up.
I had 6 dice. 3 of them were 1s, and the other 3 were 2s.
Okay, so, again, yeah, you completely, sort of dazzle them with your acrobatic moves. And at the end of the thing, there are, the force field is very close, right? It's not quite skin tight, but it's really close. Yeah. And so you wind up with guys like running around, bumping into each other, clawing at their faces, but they can't. First of all, your webs are very strong. Yeah. Secondly, they can't really get a grip on it. Like the force field is almost working against them. So you have taken out another die of the mob. Yeah, nice work. Who would you like to go next? Remember, there are 3 10 rings mobs.
Oh, yeah.
You need to let them do something at some point.
No, we can't let them go last.
All 3 of them work at once, or they act like each?
No, they are separate characters for that.
I'll let one of them go.
Okay. The one on the roof or one of the ones you can't see? Your call.
One on the roof.
The one on the roof. Yeah, you have some that are knocked silly.
Okay.
Some that are terrified and screaming for their mothers, and some that are like running around bumping into parapets and each other because they cannot see through the webs.
The kids are doing good this time.
Okay, good.
What's left of this mob is going to try and shoot those of you that are where they can see with lasers. Okay. There's only 3 dice left.
Would you say that these are energy weapons?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know what's coming over there.
Oh, okay.
Like I know what's happening over there.
All right.
But I need 2 D6s. I can just borrow the doom pools and not. That's perfect. Yeah. So I have 3 left for the mob. I have the D10 for their energy rifles, and then extra D6s because I have more. It's same thing. They have area effect. It's more like lots of guys can do lots of things than it is. I have a thing that hits lots of guys, but same mechanical thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, there's another one. Anybody want these ones? That's a whole crap ton of them. Literally everyone can have one. You're about to mark.
All right.
Grab a D10, add it to the pool that you're already planning. This sucks. You guys are totally going to tear these dudes to shreds. My roll sucks. It's a 10 with we'll do it like that, an 8 and 2 6s, but it doesn't matter because it's a 10 and you guys are all going to blow that out of the water. So please build your defensive pools and explain to me how you're getting out of the way. Tell me what your distinction is. It's only the ones that are down here.
Are we still on a team? Well, you know what? I'm gonna say that I'm dodging out of the way by myself. So that is solo, so I get a slightly bigger die there. And then I'll take the...
I feel like I like this. I've decided Scarlet Witch is like, I'm on a team when I'm attacking, but when it's getting my ass out of the fire,
I'm by myself.
I'm all on my own.
I mean, like, no one else is pulling me out of there. It's me. Like, the laser coming at me.
That wasn't great.
Whoa, barely.
Really?
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
11?
Yep.
Just, did you beat a 10?
What was I trying to beat?
10?
Yeah.
I didn't.
got
Okay.
12 and a
16 with
D4.
12 and a D4.
Yep.
All right. You're good.
Okay.
So that's it. Like force fields up
Yep.
and they're hot. Like it's
Force field. Sorry. Didn't even think.
way off.
It never occurred to me to do that. Sorry, I was dodging out of the way. It didn't. I mean.
telekinesis.
Yeah, I know.
Good
I'm
for
sorry.
shielding
I
yourself.
know. I know.
Wow. Okay, never mind. So
Sorry, it's been a while.
So just to test herself, apparently, Scarlet Witch narrowly dodges out of the way of the
somersaulted out of the
lasers.
way and then went
We're not sure who she's trying to impress, but it's somebody.
herself. All right, it's been a rough couple weeks. Okay, did you beat it?
You beat it. You guys
I beat it.
So
I got a D10.
all acrobat, all over the place, right?
Yep.
I use orb.
Alastair.
Yeah. So what happens? That's lots of lasering at you. You guys are jumping out of the way. Thanks to those of you who talked about hostages and those of you who talked about priceless artifacts, the lasers that miss you and Spider-Man like obliterate large chunks of the masonry. So you have, you've blown up part of the tower, or they have blown up part of the Tower of London trying to take you out. It's fine. One thing to keep in mind, though, those are incredibly destructive guns. Like, where they hit, it was like dynamite blasted huge chunks
Okay.
of the roof. One guy...
I'm oddly fine with it.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine Carol caring a whole lot about what happens to the Tower of London.
Right? Oh, look, a clock. We don't have those in America.
Because you picked, I'm actually going to, there's nothing written down. I'm telling you why I'm doing the things I'm doing because you specifically mentioned the hostages. You get like the inset comic book panel moment or like the close up on one guy who's like, the Avengers are here, like into the thing. So the other two, they're going to pass it to the other two
Bad guy
knobs,
teams.
right?
Yeah.
And they're going to do a new thing that you guys have not seen. So the heroes don't know, but you guys will know that one guy gets into his comm. The Avengers are here. The Avengers are here, and
Defend against them. But
both
they're
of the
Avengers.
other guys, or one of the guys in each of the other places, like arms the bomb. It's a little, but that's so when they add directly to the Doom pool, that's what they're doing is making things narratively more complicated, and the mechanical teeth of that are the Doom pool gets bigger. Cool. So those guys just armed the ginormous, super duper high tech bombs that they have.
My spider sense is tingling.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So they're done. Who's left? Pietro and Captain America.
Yep.
I don't care. You guys got a preference?
You want to go?
Well, I would think that I would try to get you to help me get the hostages out. That's going to be my main. I mean, I'm going to be counting on everybody else to work with.
She tells you to go save the hostages.
Yeah.
So
we'll pass it to Pietro and see how he
I'll
does.
go first. Yeah. What if I were to... Because the hostages are held inside of the tower itself, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of them.
And there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
So what if I use my turn to... I have two options. I can use my turn to create an asset for everyone else by running through there quickly, trying to assess the entire building without being seen.
Oh, like a really fast situation report.
Yeah, just the do recon here to say,
High-speed sit
okay,
rep.
they're heavily armed officers here. There are places where we can take out this place here. Here's a route to the hostages in this spot.
That's pretty
so we
awesome.
can pretty clearly get
That's
there.
good.
And maybe I'll see a bomb as I'm passing.
Right.
Who knows?
That is pretty hot. I love every bit of that.
That's
what do you
all
got?
I've really got.
I've got an 11 with a D10.
Well, I mean, I've been rolling like crap, so maybe it'll have been a waste, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Not a waste. Not a waste.
Pietro completely nails the layout of the place. Like he's telling you, southeast corner, and it's easy to find the hostages because they have crammed them all around the bombs.
Oh,
okay,
gosh.
so it's two similar groups in size to what was on the roof, with a 200 or 300 hostages crammed as close to this bomb, and the bombs are they're very high-tech bombs.
I was gonna say, do we have like a SWAT team? Do we have somebody with us who can actually disarm the bombs? I assume they sent somebody with us who actually knew how to disarm bombs.
I have a question about the bombs. If the bombs are ripped, like, where are the bombs up against the wall? Are they sitting on like an end table? Are they just on the floor?
No, they're kind of
That
big.
question. That's what I want to know.
They're kind of bigger.
Okay.
Not like suitcase size.
Right. Okay. Are they small enough that if we wanted to, we could send Pietro in to get the bombs just out of the building and away from the Tower of London?
Worth a shot.
Like go drop them in the ocean.
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Or toss them in the Quinjet and send that up. Tony can just buy us another
Giving
one.
you really good jobs. Really good jobs. He did. Okay, so him knowing exactly where they are, and yeah, I mean they're like bowling ball bag size kind of thing. You know, they had to get them in there.
I just didn't want. I didn't want to be like, well, we're gonna rip it out of the wall, and then you're like, oh, guess what? That detonates the bomb and kills the
Oh,
wall.
I might.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, still, I grab it and run. Well, it's motion sensitive. These are all things I wrote them
Are they
down.
motion sensitive?
How-
I don't know that yet. You're right. No, I can't possibly.
Wanda reaches out to the aether. Are they motion sensitive?
Well, I might read the mind of some Ten Rings operatives here in a minute.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So everybody remember this. Anything that you're doing inside the Tower of London. Actually, I'll say it like this. I have a hard time imagining what you would be doing in this scenario where his asset die did not apply to you. We'll do it like that. So you get an extra D10 in whatever pool you do because Pietro told you exactly where the bombs were, exactly how many dudes there were.
Cool.
Here's the thing. This is the concession that I will to my charity of keeping lower dice is they know that you did it. Like they couldn't.
fair.
Nobody was fast enough to react to that.
But they saw the blur.
But they were like, yeah. So there's a lot of calm chatter now. A lot of
the fast one was just
the fast one
got
is
a
on site.
speedster.
The fast one is on site. The quick,
Enhance the field.
Okay,
So-
that's good.
Okay, so no, there's no SWAT team. There's like nobody who disarms bombs.
You guys are the SWAT team. At least until all the 10 Rings guys are taken out. And if you want to call in a bomb expert at that point, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Are the bombs
That
on a
just
timer?
Seems like poor
I am
planning
not
to
keeping
me.
a timing. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well.
Because I mean, it would be a bigger deal if it was like, well, we have 5 minutes to get rid of it. We just
Here,
need to do
I'll
it.
tell you what the deal is. Why they armed the bombs.
Mm-hmm.
The reason they armed the bombs is they would really, really like it if they took out a couple of Avengers
Right.
when they set them off.
Sure.
So, we killed 2 Avengers and a whole bunch of civilians. We are the greatest terrorists ever.
Wow, yeah.
Even
Okay.
if it's the squishier ones, they would still call that a win.
Right.
So no, they're not on a timer.
Okay.
They want to do it on their schedule
Got it.
for the most effect possible.
Okay.
What are you gonna
The
do?
worst. Okay. Well.
Stop them, hopefully.
They're just the terrorists. Period. They're just the worst.
Well, I guess I want to go into. I want to go after. He said he knew where the most heavily armed and the people who seemed to be like in command were. Right? You like cased the whole joint.
Yeah, there did not seem to be like one particular sort of command station, if that
Right.
makes sense. But he
Okay.
did tell you exactly where one of the bombs was.
Right.
And it is in one of the more vaulted areas that they have turned into like a walkthrough museum.
Okay.
So the bomb is not right by the window, but there is a large, like stained glass. Oh, it's the chapel area. There's a large stained
Okay,
glass
all right.
area, a window that you could go plummeting through if you wanted to be in there and make a dramatic entrance and kick some terrorists in the face.
Okay. Yeah.
The
I
other
mean,
one I'm going to say is less or more protected, like is down in the like where the cells were.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot just dive right into there, but they have them kind of spread out, like one near the foundation, one up here.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
I say we make it as easy for Pietro to get the bombs out of the Tower of London as we possibly can.
Okay.
That's my idea.
Less dudes is helpful for that.
All right. So yeah. Okay. I want to find where the most of them are in one spot that I can get to them, and then just go try to take as many out as I can.
Absolutely, you can do that. So
Okay.
you jump out of the Quinjet.
All right.
Right. You plummet towards this big giant stained glass window.
Right. Shield first.
Shield first, naturally.
I'm no
you
dummy.
You shatter, in theory,
In theory.
you
Yep.
shatter the stained glass window.
Uh-huh.
And then you
nice
are
tuck and roll.
Yeah,
thing.
you tuck and roll, come up
Yeah.
in the middle of a bunch of terrorists, and you
Yeah.
start doing
And I start throwing the shield and
Yeah.
catching
Ping,
it.
ping,
and-
ping.
Yeah. Knocking everybody out. Yeah.
That seems beautiful. I have no problems with that.
That sounds great.
That sounds serious Captain America
I
business
think
right there.
so. I think so. Okay.
You're in your element.
Can you
Thanks, dude.
borrow? Yeah.
You're a good teammate. Okay.
That's
Look at all
a
the pretty
pretty good
colors.
pool.
That's a pretty good pool.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's
All right.
nuts.
Okay. So that's good. Am I ready?
Yeah.
I'm rolling
I'd say
towards
so.
it.
Yeah. Oh god.
Any
That's
ones?
a 10.
Yep.
That's a 10. No
That's
ones.
2 10s.
2 10s.
Oh
got a
my
20.
gosh.
So,
There's 20.
so that's me rolling against a 20.
That's
Okay.
impossible.
That's pretty. It's not impossible. I have a doom pool, but it's pretty damn unlikely.
Okay.
Now you have to choose effect die.
D10.
Just pick all the biggest ones until you get to 5.
Wow.
All right.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
No, that's great. I'm
Yay.
gonna steal
Liz
some.
just
I'm
rolled
stealing some
the
of yours.
best.
This
So I'm
comic
yelling
panel.
F words in a good way.
This comic panel definitely takes a full page spread.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
this is in the center of the comic
'Cause
when you
it's
open
like-
it up, and it's just
It's like an elbow thrown into one guy's
Kapow.
face, and another guy getting kicked in the knee,
and you see the shield
the shield just
bouncing.
ping ping hitting all the other dudes.
Teeth are flying, blood splatters.
It's like the green turtle
Webs
shell in
everywhere.
Mario.
Basically, you surprise them very seriously, but
Good.
they are on high alert because they just saw the blurry guy. Like,
Right.
there was all that chatter. So I spent a die from the Doom Pool to use both of their powers.
Okay.
So some of them try and take shots at you. But also their force fields are going to help them. Probably not a lot. You rolled a friggin' 20. All right.
All right.
Well, there's 1-1, but you spent okay, I can get to 17. So I got that going for me. Blah. All right. So you don't take out all of them. So you hurt everybody in the room. Like you land a punch or a shield or a kick or something on every single person. It's just a blur of movement. Okay. Mechanically, you got rid of one die only, but all the rest of them, if you sneeze on them, are going to drop. Like they're all like really like reeling away. They're mostly trying to get away from the red, white, and blue blur that's in the middle of them kicking their teeth in. Right. So, like if I had rolled any less well, they'd all be gone. As it is, they're just sort of like in deep retreat.
Okay, so they have like the little stars around their heads and the birdies and things.
Yeah. And just wild firing, just trying to,
Okay.
But they're hurt very badly.
Okay.
You're at the bottom of the order. Who would you like to go next? It's everybody is available to you, including yourself.
I can mop up for you.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Or you can take the second page spread.
You can finish
Oh, yeah, you can totally finish the entire job yourself.
You may have earned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Here's the other reason I love that. Because you have 3 other team members
and then they can just walk
dinking
in and be
around
like,
upstairs, right?
We come in, we're like, we're here to help. Oh.
And you're like, good, we still have another group downstairs. It's like a real like Captain America moment. Like, thanks for showing up, gang.
Yeah. Okay.
It's essentially the same pool.
Right. Okay. So that was all right.
That pool is dumb. I mean, it's good. Like, this is exactly the kind of stuff that Captain America is super good at.
Cool. Okay. So roll again.
Yeah, that's excellent. 15 is still stupid high.
Okay.
I am not spending any extra dice. They're just going to get their force fields. They are mostly in deep retreat.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't roll as well as I did last time.
Okay.
So I can get to 10 and a D10 without spending anything, which is not higher than most of those, and even the ones that is. Yeah, you go ahead and take them the rest of the way out.
Sweet.
You absolutely mop
She
them
does
up.
so well outside of water. Like, she's super good whenever she's not in a pond.
It's true.
When we haven't trapped her in a
That's
sinking
right.
ship, turns out Cap is kind of amazing.
We make sure that Captain gets a life jacket everywhere.
Listen,
she
you
goes.
guys, I wasn't expecting her to have that much trouble getting out of the ship.
Josh, that's not your fault.
It turns out that Liz is really great at RPGs, but only when she's right in the thick of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a periphery character? I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I'm kicking terrorists in the head. Now I know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Hey, Cap, who would you like to go next?
I want to go to Scarlet Witch and find out what's going on with all the people that she horrified.
That sounds excellent. I would like to try to mind read. Hopefully one of these guys on the roof knows enough about, I mean, you said that there wasn't like any particular leader, so I'm assuming that all these guys have like the same amount of knowledge. But anyway, I want to be able to use mind control to read one of their minds and be able to create an asset for Pietro so that he knows what kind of bomb he's dealing with. So he doesn't just like pick it up and then it blows off his arms and kills him.
Right on. Well, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. 14, and I mean, they're all D8s. I could bring it up to an 18.
But then you will not have another effect die. So you want to...
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so...
and I'm rolling 3d8s. That's all I'm rolling. Because you guys have hurt them, and I don't see their force field or lasers helping them in their brains.
Okay.
They can definitely... You remember, I kept going, the meteors are not intimidated by you, Thor.
Right, yes.
They can definitely be intimidated by you.
Intimidated by me. Okay, well then, yes, I would like to spend the plot point to have 2 D8.
So one is going to be an asset for probably Pietro, because he's going to run in.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay. 8. That's way higher than 8. That's what I got. An 8.
Oh! Yay!
So,
I beat that by at least 5.
Yeah. Don't worry not. Okay. You do peel a die off of it. So I'm imagining it kind of like I just said, just tell me the thing. And basically he lets you know that once they are armed, they can't be shut down.
Okay.
They are not motion sensitive.
Excellent.
But they are, well, they're not like jostle them motion sensitive. He doesn't know what would happen if they started moving that fast.
Okay.
But once they're turned on, it's not like they can't be disarmed. All bombs can be disarmed, but they are very specifically built to the once they turn them on,
you can't
they're
turn them
on.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
They
Excellent.
want you to have to work for it.
I need an experience point for supporting my brother.
Oh, precious. Who would you like to go next, Scarlet
Pietro.
Witch?
Every time.
Not every time. Last time I gave it to Spidey.
Yeah,
But this time,
true.
I just gave Pietro that asset, so it would be silly not to give it to him
Does
next.
it make me think of like Tomax and Zaymont from G.I. Joe? But that's just a reference for me, I bet.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Wow.
What is the status of the situation right now? Like we talked about.
You have one bomb completely unprotected because Cap took them all out.
Right.
You have a set of dudes that are still being tussled with by Avengers on the roof, and you have a group downstairs who has not been dealt
We
with.
all have our
at
radio
all.
communicators in our little ears, right? Okay, I told you the
One
information
assumes.
that I got about the bomb.
I think
will
she
be able
wants
to
you
pick it
to
up,
run it away.
and I would like for you to run it away, possibly. I at least know that you can pick this thing up and it will not blow you to shreds instantaneously.
Right.
Well, there's 3 of them. Can you get all 3?
That's my question.
Oh, there's just 2.
I think I said 3 at the beginning. I meant just 2. I apologize.
Oh.
It's all good.
Okay.
You would say 3.
So
Okay,
there are 2 bombs. One of them is unguarded. The other one is
Downstairs, fully
stocked.
protected. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the fence about whether I should run this first bomb away until I get the second one. Like, I feel like it could go either way. If we said that it's not specifically on a timer, what do you guys think?
I mean, if it's not on a timer, then it could blow at any time. We get it out.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I would
Neutralize
agree
the
with that.
threat.
Giving you some,
Kind of thinking strategically about it, I guess. I guess I'll use my... It feels weird to use my turn to just run it away.
You can also run downstairs.
That was the ending of
Hey,
Avengers.
cocky and headstrong guy. You
Right.
can also just run down there and punch a bunch of dudes.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Because he gets to use the asset that I gave him for whatever, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I also really like that you have your sister yelling in your ear, "Get the bombs and run them away." And you're like, "You're not the boss of me."
Right.
You know?
I'm 12 minutes older than you.
You're not mom.
Was...
Ooh.
And we couldn't... It didn't look like there was anyone specifically in charge of this thing, was there?
No, there's no obvious commanding officer.
Okay. Because if
Terrorist
there
cell,
were,
you know.
I would specifically take that bomb and strap it to the guy as this giving orders as I punch him.
You've met the Ten Rings before, or heard about them. It wouldn't. They're prepared to blow up with the bombs.
Okay.
So that
As I
does
would
not
run them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to scare them. So are you
Fair
going
enough.
to run to the basement and try and, or to the cells and try and take out that group of folks?
Do it.
Wouldn't it
Yeah.
just be
Do it.
embarrassing
It'd
to
be a
those
lot
roof
better.
Avengers if 2 Avengers all on their own took out the rest of the guys? Shameful. This is a labyrinthine place. If
So I have places I can hide and sneak out
if you want to
and
be
jump
like,
out and-
zoom, hit a guy.
Right.
Come at them from a completely different direction that they can't spot everywhere. They came down
that's
here
exactly
because it
what
was
I'd like to do, yeah.
well protected, but that also means that they can't see every angle all the time.
Right. So I'd like to turn these into sneak attacks. Looks like I've got specifically a 13.
A 13
with a
before any
D10,
shenanigans.
And I get to keep this here.
You get to keep
Turn it.
5 effect dice. So pick your 5 largest sided. Yeah. Okay. And what's the number?
It's only a 13.
It's not super high. They
No.
might be okay. We'll see. I'm all over the map this evening. 13. Oh, I can beat that. I can
Yep.
beat that. I feel as though I can't make it too easy.
No.
I can't make it too easy. Okay. So, basically, you come running down there, and again, they didn't see you, but they saw the blur before, so they're arrayed as best they can, and every time you start coming at them, like it's just laser, you have to peel off. They're not even really trying to hit you so much as just do like cover fire, and you just can't get an angle on
Right.
this group. They're down there, they're fortified. A couple of times they throw a hostage in front of you or whatever, like push one, and you have to, take a quick turn. They're total douches. Is what I'm saying. They're not nice guys. So
going
you've
to you.
got, that's it, terrorists, 2 groups of terrorists, Captain Marvel and the Amazing Spider-Man.
Captain Marvel looks like she has a plan.
All right. I've got a plan. It's not a good plan. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm taking a D4 and a plot point for... She's.
What do you do with all the plot points that you accumulate?
I pay them back.
He
to-
pays for 6 stunts.
Yeah, I pay for 6 stunts like I'm doing right now. Because these...
Stunts. Okay.
Not
Like,
6.
6 stunts is a lot.
Yeah.
How did he pay? Okay.
Why does he count them every single time?
Yeah.
Especially
No,
6.
It's very impressive.
Here's what I do.
I think I'm about to feel bad for the Tower of London.
You're absolutely
Okay.
about to feel bad for the Tower of London because I'm
think
at the
that-
top of the roof.
Captain America's about to feel bad about
Quicksilver can't get around these guys. They're down in the bottom. I can hear everything that's going on. And so Marvel Smash,
Yeah.
and I take my fist and I basically just drive it through the top of the roof all the way down.
Human daisy cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way down. Bunker buster all the way down into the basement, into the center of all of the terrorists, hopefully taking out as many terrorists as I
Do
possibly
you
can.
create a crater that says the bomb off?
No, I mean, like, it's not, because remember,
Maybe.
he's relayed
No.
all the information to us. I'm not gonna smash right into the bomb, but I am gonna smash into the middle of the terrorists.
Okay.
He's going to skip the stairs
Yeah.
and put a hole.
Didn't you say last turn that you were concerned about all the priceless artifacts?
But there are hostages now.
Well, when you say concerned, he more means I get to do something terrible. Like I blew up big chunks of the.
So
What
did
was
I-
the D? Was the D4 for priceless artifacts?
I'll take a D4 for priceless
Yeah,
artifacts.
because
did
he's
I get a plot
breaking-
point for that yet?
Yeah, I
did.
handed you one.
Okay.
Because he's breaking. Yeah,
Yep.
you're breaking a lot.
I do not
Okay.
like this.
Gotcha. Sorry about your life, Tower of London.
Sorry about your reputation, Avengers.
You had a good run, Tower of London.
Gosh.
How's it going?
We need some kind of registration for these heroes.
Spend a plot point.
Okay.
And increase it from 13 up to 17.
17 and
And 2 D10s.
sure.
I'm all out. now.
What's the number?
17?
17. I am definitely giving them the force fields on this one. So it's and they're untouched. So it's 5d8
Sure.
and the d10 for the force field.
Yeah, bring it on.
And that's not great. I can
see
do a
a 2.
14.
That's not going to cut it.
That's not going to cut it.
So how we doing?
You took out one of the you go bunker busting through there and land directly on one. Other guys go flying, that were close to that guy,
Yeah, and I'm
slamming
hoping,
into walls.
I'm hoping to give him an opening.
Yeah, a few. Yeah, so mechanically, you took out one of the dice and you dropped a d8 on one. So another one will get sneezed on and go down.
Yep.
But yeah, they're very disarrayed. Like there's a lot of they were ready for you. They at least know about you. They weren't so much ready for, and they were kind of hoping that people would respect the property.
Their
But
whole
that's
thing
not
is-
how Carol Danvers does business.
Apparently.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Again, I don't know anything about Carol Danvers.
No, that's pretty pretty
Carol
on
Danvers
point.
Doesn't care.
That's pretty on point.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty much in the headspace of Danvers.
The terrorists thought they came here to destroy the building.
Okay, you have an amazing Spider-Man and 2 groups of terrorists.
Terrorists.
I would suggest giving it over to the terrorists.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to the terrorists.
That's the
aren't
first time someone's ever said that. I suggest giving it over to the terrorists.
Yeah.
No, I.
We will, in fact, negotiate.
Yeah, I think I've got to give it to the terrorists. I think I would rather force the basement to go.
To deal with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want the basement to deal with me so that
1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean that's
So
the
that's
reason
right.
why I
And
did
then
what I
that's
did.
gone.
So
Okay. All right. You are now their number 1 ginormous glowing target of opportunity.
oh, give me all of your energy blasts.
They will foolishly shoot you with laser
shoot
guns
at me
because they have
Oh no, we're gonna blow
Come
up
at
the
me.
Tower
no
of
idea
London.
what your powers are. So
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
no.
I'm finding my place in the world.
Alan was born to play Carol Danvers.
Ooh, that's pretty good
Is it
though.
tough? Is it a toughie?
It is an 18.
And I'm all out of plot points, ladies.
I feel like I want to make this stick. So it is actually 25 and a D8.
What?
a 25.
Lost. How do you even get a 25? That's
All right. Well, I'm all,
18 plus 7.
I mean, I'm all out of plot points. I'm gonna have to take this hit.
Unless you
Guys.
roll higher than a 25. I gotta hurt somebody.
No, there's no possible way for me to roll
12
higher
is
than a
the
25.
highest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I only have D10s, my friend.
that's super sad.
Well,
No way.
I'm
Do
sure
you have
just-
more than one D10?
Yeah, I've got more than one D10. That's still
Oh
20.
yeah, you can't roll it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll,
Hey, keep your highest ones. Really.
and then I'm just gonna I'll keep my d10s or
How high are they? I mean, what's the number?
okay. I've got an 18,
And a D10.
and a d10.
Okay.
So
And no one.
You have D8 physical stress from
kick
from
butt.
the lasers.
Cool. And I can't absorb I can't absorb them.
Spidey, it's pathetic. It is a pathetic, tiny group of men who are suddenly, like, some of them fall down the hole. You know, that Captain Marvel just like, I don't care, boom. And some of them, like, you know, whatever tiny number is left, turns their guns upon you, hoping that they can at least take out, well, I can't say the kid in the hoodie anymore. Damn. Hoping that they can take out one Avenger before they go to whatever eternal rest you have for them. It's not great. This is a tiny number. This is not good dice.
So I need to roll on defense. All of my dice have been taken.
Ugh, whatever.
I have no.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll all these.
So there's a
Just roll
one.
'em.
Would you like to buy the one?
Yeah.
Do you only have one plot point?
Yeah.
Okay. You're about to go
So,
next anyway.
am I
so-
still on the roof, like by myself? Up
Yeah,
there?
you're suddenly. Well, no,
No,
you
I'm
and
up
Scarlet
there.
Witch are up
Oh,
there.
you're up there.
Yep.
Still.
But they do. She's kind of freaking them out. So
Well, there's only two of us, so I'm going buddy.
Man,
All
I should
right.
have made that into an asset. What was I thinking? Oh well.
no, you did
I'm
good.
learning.
You did good.
Thank you. I mean, it worked like I wanted it to, but
You are rolling against a 6 and a D4 effect die. Hey, is it more than a 6?
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
Yeah.
I get
It's ridiculous.
16.
They're embarrassing themselves at this point. Okay, that's it. It's to you.
Okay. so
Finish them off.
Who's left? Just a group of guys on
It's
the
this
roof?
tiny number. Yeah, it is easily
small
a
group.
third of the group. Like, it's 4 or 5 guys that are trying to get away from her.
and they can't.
Okay.
Like
So-
they're just moving away from her and tracking shots at you and doing a pretty piss poor job of it, honestly.
I'm going to use that stunt that I got. What dice was that? Because I just
it will be a D10.
D10. Okay.
Stunts are normally D8s. When you activate mine to get them, they step up.
So my plan is to swing around and be webbing them by their heads and slamming them into each other as hard as possible as I just pull them into each other.
Awesome. I love every bit of that.
That's cool.
So, see what
You
I
do
can
not
roll.
have area attack, right?
no, I don't think
But
I
do you have another plot point right now?
No.
Let's figure out a way to get you one.
Okay.
Because then you can use it to
Oh.
keep a second effect die.
Okay,
And
I
take
can-
them out. Finish them out.
I can change this to a 4 and get a plot point.
Which one?
My the wisecracker.
Make a really
distinction.
insensitive joke.
No. Like it.
I mean, we can just narrate that. The 15-year-old
Yeah, make a really
panics
insensitive
and makes
joke.
an insensitive joke.
Yes.
Somebody overheard that. One of the.
You hurt one of the terrorists' feelings. He's offended.
Also add a D6 to the pile because they're hurt. So whatever else you're doing, you get a D10 for the stunt with the whole like web, slam.
I got you 1-1,
Hey.
There's 20.
but I got 20 in the D10.
Well, here's another plot point. I'll just keep it because you want to take them
Yeah.
both of the last ones out. So what are you have a D10 and what's the other effect die? It's barely going to matter with a 20. It's
Oh,
just
'cause you
dumb.
do two
I
effect
don't even
dice.
know why I'm asking.
It's another D10. I got two D10.
Two
oh, wait.
D10s.
No, because one of them was the 1, so I can't.
Yeah, you
have
can't use that one.
So it's a D10 and a D8.
And you had a 20?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I mean, I rolled pretty good, but I'm not beating a 20. So, yeah. So that's it. Spider-Man finishes off the last, like, webs, a bunch of heads, and then just, like, Three Stooges style yanks them in off their feet. Like, you're a strong guy, you know? They're just flying towards each other like cartoon characters. Boom. And that's it. The
Say
roof
goodnight,
is...
terrorists.
I want to take this opportunity to look over at Spidey and just be like, "Nice job, like good work."
he bows down, my lady.
I take it back. Oh God.
Top of the order. Who do you like?
Oh.
You have two people that are immediately in position to do something about the last group, but you also have a hole that leads straight down to them. And I'm entertained enough to, I mean, obviously from the roof, it would not be a big deal for you guys to jump down there, but probably the streak of light also just ripped 6 feet away from Captain America. It was like, what's happening? What's happening? Shoo. Never mind, I know what's happening.
Remind me again what we got going on down there.
You have most of a mob, a D4 mob left. They are hurt. It's the last, but this is it. This is the last place where there are hostages and I mean, there's another bomb, but it's secured. You know, there aren't terrorists to deal with it. This is it. This is the last group.
So
No guts, no glory.
There's one more group of bad guys, and then there's
and they're hurt.
Okay, so I'm going to jump down the hole and yell.
So passing it to yourself.
Ollie, ollie, oxen free. As I go down, and I'm going to catch myself at the very end. You know, do the web thing upside down and just kind of slide in to look, see what's going on. I see the guys. Who else is down there with them? Like, who's just immediately in
Marvel and
Yeah.
America and Quicksilver.
Marvel and Quicksilver. Captain America was a few flights up, but can get there by also jumping down the hole. Now climbing down a web. It's just easy. However you wish for that to
Can
happen.
I do a dual attack with Quicksilver over here? We've been practicing. How does that work?
Oh, how are you going to set him up? What are you going to do?
That's what I'm wondering. We could try. I could shoot web, and you could run it around them, tie them all up together.
Oh, I dig that.
Ooh.
I dig that a lot.
So I yell to you, Quicksilver, let's tie these fools up.
I like that a lot.
Catch my web.
This is also, okay, and again, at a mechanical level, that is really smart because you don't have area effect. He does. You can hand him one more huge die to add to the pile. This is both narratively fun and mechanically clever. First thing, that's what you're just going to jump down there and like spin a big long line out for him to grab at high speed and run around. I feel like that's just the Doom pool. Like they can't stop you from doing that, but there are ways that you could screw that up.
He takes what die does he take for?
You have to roll against the Doom pool, and whatever your effect die is, that's his asset.
Okay. 14. D10 because it steps up.
Nice. Well, I got an 8.
Nice.
14 is
a higher number than 8.
yeah.
is.
Well, by 5.
Yeah.
I was making sure by 5. If it's by 5, that D10
Thanks.
steps up to a D12.
Whoa.
It's a D12.
You get a D12.
Yep. Fantastic.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
I hope so. I got this.
Me and the Rook got this.
I yell to you, let's wrap this thing up.
Yes, you do.
Take an experience point.
That's how we judge if he gets XP, is if
I'm
one of us
coping.
starts chuckling.
No, that's it. He's got a milestone for making jokes.
Oh,
Now you got the pile.
now I've got a good team.
That's a nice pot.
A little bit of a death spiral for the terrorists.
How many effect die do I get to pick or keep?
4. Yeah, so that's, I did 11. Yeah, I could have gotten to 16. You know, it's worth it. All right, that's it. They're wrapped.
Cool.
These are huge. That's ridiculous. They're wrapped up. So, Spider-Man and the Quicksilver Spider-Man team up, they look like mummies. They seriously look like bad guys on Scooby-Doo. Like, it's just, a ta-da, moment. High-fiving.
Yeah, definitely high five. I think we yelled at Captain America. We wrapped up a present for you down here.
Do not open until Xmas. Or ever, really. Awesome. All right. And you were all worried about it. There are absolutely like bomb specialists, MI5 guys. Now that when you give the all clear, MI5 guys run in, start hostages getting taken out. This is what they do, right? Like they disarm the bombs. It's close. These are incredibly high-tech pieces of equipment. Again, much higher than you would have expected based on previous run-ins with 10 rings. But they are able to break it down. As you guys exit the building, it's 2 cheers. You know, like these are the people that you saved, like are excited. You know, other people might have concerns about the Tower of London.
Yeah.
They're just happy they're not blown to hell.
Specifically, before we leave, Spider-Man looks at all the damage and goes, Jameson's definitely blaming me for
Oh, yeah. There's an editorial in your future. Avengers, now all threat or menace.
Sorry about that. But I'm not really that sorry.
Sorry, not sorry
Yeah,
about the
not
thing.
sorry at all.
You also get, news crews, always, right? Like there were news crews out there. They start to rush towards you. And you start getting the flurry of questions, and it's all the questions you would expect. who are these new faces? Were you scared? Blah, blah, blah. Are you dating anyone? I mean, just there's always one guy, right? Just one guy that wants to know who Captain America's dating or whatever.
I just give like reporter answers, like coaching. I give coach answers. We just got out there, played a great game, made sure to execute really well.
I just want to give it up to God.
Yeah, just give it up.
Going to Disney World.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Disney World next.
Euro Disney, that's still open, right? No lines?
They have a castle that's
I'm getting a
subpar
fast
there.
pass.
So that that mob happens, some of these answers start to flurry, and then kind of like right in the middle of it, you watch all of the newscasters like almost simultaneously stop and like stop talking to you and listen into their earpieces, and then they turn to their cameramen and they're like, well, I guess they're done with us. Like that.
Something more important than us just happened.
And if you rush to the monitors, there's news vans there. What you see, they cut to The Hague. And at The Hague, this other super team has also wrapped up a whole bunch of 10 Rings guys and several of these bombs. And they were completely planning on, blowing up The Hague at the same time, and they just cut away to the new guys. Yeah, so they cut away from you guys.
Is there.
And you have the guy with the silver mask and the cape, the like stars and stripe cape, who is talking about we really appreciate we also heard about the Avengers. We really appreciate their efforts in stopping the diversion. Thank goodness we were here to stop the actual attack.
Huh. All right. So it's gonna be like that, huh?
Botch Cast is a co-production of
Graphomania
and Common Room Radio.
For more Common Room Radio podcasts, visit commonroomradio.com and follow us on Twitter @CommonRoomCast.
And for more Graphomania podcasts, go to graphocast.com, graphocast.com. Check us out on Twitter @Graphocast and follow us on Facebook.